A woman is charged with first-degree murder after an overnight shooting in the Walker Homes neighborhood. This happened around 1:45 on Travis Road. Police arrived on the scene to find a man shot. He was pronounced dead on the scene. Kendra Scott, here on your screen, is charged with murder and possession of a firearm.
It all happened after a mother found a man in her house. She says he was hiding under a child's bed. When police arrived, they found the man dead near the front porch. Now the woman, 36-year-old Kendra Scott, now faces multiple charges, including first-degree murder and employment of a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. The man who was shot has now been identified as Redarius Morton. According to police, Morton was invited by a child to the home and came in through the back door at 1 a.m. The arrest affidavit says when Kendra Scott came home, she was heard banging on the front door and yelling, "Who's at my house?" Once the child opened the door, Morton was found hiding under the child's bed. As Morton was leaving the house, both Scott and Morton went out to the front porch, and that's when the juvenile says she heard a gunshot. Morton was found shot in the back of the head. Now, I spoke with one neighbor who says he feels bad for everyone involved.
For the child, since her mama going to jail, the boy family, since he was walking away, and I guess I feel bad for the mama. She should have thought more.
Now, I spoke to multiple neighbors who say that in this case, nobody.
I got the phone call. It was from her cousin. They were saying that she had got arrested. At that time, nobody knew exactly what had happened. They just said she got arrested and they needed some bun money. At that point, I had cashed out $1,500. I'm thinking it's just for some DV shit with one of her niggas, which is typical normal shit, right? So then when I got the phone call back, they was like, oh, she didn't unalive the dude, I'm not going to say her daughter's name because she's still in mine. I'm respect that. She unalived him. Okay, well, the bitch ain't getting the bun. So everybody just held off till we heard more. For one, it wasn't no sneaking in. She knew of their relationship. They had been dating going on 2 years, okay? He was able to come to the house and do everything. However, she had told him he could no longer come over there because she wanted him to pay her light bill. He didn't have the money. So she told her daughter he cannot come over here no more until that motherfucker give her some money, okay? She didn't steal her mama credit card. Her mama got him the Uber because she lied like he was finna bring her cash. That's all he had, cash. He wasn't able to cash out, Zelle, none of that. All he had was cash, right? However, that's why he made it there. She told him she was on the way home. He could be there when she's there so she can get the bread. That's why it's 30 minutes apart. It wasn't no, she was trying to sneak him in and get him there before the mama got home. No, he just arrived literally because it takes about 15, depending on if you in Cordova, it takes about 30 minutes for you to get back to that side of town. Okay, that's how long it took. She got there. He didn't have the money. That's when he ran. They get into an argument. He ran into her room, shut the door. He got up under the bed. She talking, that's when she got the gun, went in there and get the fuck out of my house, all this and that. He said a few words, turned around and walk out. That's when she did what she did. The reason why they're trying to get her for premeditated murder is because the daughter ended up showing the text messages where she said, if he come back to my house and ain't got my money, I'ma kill him.
Wow.
Yeah, she going
So
to
it's
jail.
not, yes, the predator thing.
He should be in
could be
jail.
a thing. That's an issue, yes. But however, the mama was condoning the shit that's been going on over
Yes,
here.
the mama
We
need to
can't
be
say
in jail.
nothing to her. We can't say nothing because that ain't our child. We can't do none of that. That ain't our business. However, we could say how that shit is disgusting, but if you allowing it, you are allowing it. She was allowing it because it was making her stay at home to watch the other kids. As far as her having a job and 2, 3 jobs, Kiki ain't never held down no job. Yeah, she worked at Amazon. Her real name Kendra, but we call her Kiki. She worked odd jobs here and there, but bitch ain't never held down no job for real, for real. Though she wasn't coming from overnight working, she was coming from her dude house to try to get the money for them.
What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Big Just LaFleur. Welcome to the LaFleur Lounge with it. Now, your boy didn't have to redo this video because it seems like we got people revealing new stories, a little context to these stories. And it sounds like Kendra Scott might be in some really deep doo-doo. She in some really deep shit. Now, y'all saw it. Kendra Scott came home after she realized her daughter, who has a habit of messing with older men, snuck in another older man, allegedly, into the house. She saw it on the Ring camera. She came in there like Rambo with the pistol out, got him up from under the bed. He's walking away. He's leaving the house and retreating. And we all know that's not self-defense when you decide to shoot somebody in the back of the head. He died on the porch. Now she's in jail for first-degree murder. But as y'all see, we got people that's close to the situation saying that's not really what happened. Actually, the mama condones the relationship with the 20-year-old man, Rodarius Morton, and her daughter. Said it's been going on for 2 years. And that the only reason she killed him, I don't know if she's saying like, yo, if you want to continue to mess with my daughter, you need to pay some bills or something. But apparently there must have been some kind of agreement with a light bill. And that agreement didn't happen, which led and resulted to her unaliving Rodarius Smith. Now, all of that's alleged. I don't know how that young lady who was explaining that, how she knows her. That could just all be made up. But I'm going to tell you this, man. It sounds very believable. That's what I'll say. It sounds like it's very possible. And what I will say is, Rodarius Smith, regardless, you're a predator. There's no reason for you to be messing with anybody that's 13 and you're a grown man. It's just simple, man. You deserve whatever consequences came. So if it did happen how the news is saying, then what I'll say is, Kendra Scott, I'm not mad at you for shooting that man, but you did it wrong. You were supposed to blast him when you saw him up under that bed. You can't do that. You know, man, come on now. Everybody named mama know in self-defense, you can't shoot somebody who walking away, who got their back turned to you. I don't care who he is. One thing I learned about black people, a lot of the times we don't really understand self-defense, but she grown. She knew that. We don't really understand self-defense. And when it comes to white people, they don't understand freedom of speech or the consequences that come with freedom of speech. You know what I mean? So what I will say is this just sounds like some hood shit where the mama condone the child, let the child do whatever they want. And this is the results of that. It sounds like the mama ain't stable mentally. She don't got no job. The question I have is, why are you out at 12 o'clock at night with your unsupervised daughter? Where was you at? Was you at work? Why is there no adult supervision there? Why don't you have it set up where there's an adult there? The lady said you want the 13-year-old to watch your younger child or your younger children. How about you got to stop having children at this point if you don't have anybody that can watch them that is an adult? Times is different. We used to be, my mama used to let me be home by myself at a younger age, but never overnight. So for you to be and to possibly be killing somebody over a light bill is crazy. And then your daughter done dimed you out. She's showing text messages where you basically is premeditating the murder. So this situation, there's people that's feeling sorry for you, and there's people on the internet that are riding for you, saying free you. But if this part of the story is true, Kendra, you're gonna lose support quick. You're gonna lose support quick. You got the child putting up a picture talking about, rest in peace to my baby daddy. I hope that child ain't got no baby, especially by no grown ass man. But even if she just, doing some hood shit and just calling that her baby daddy, it's looking bad. It's looking like you were letting your minor daughter sit around and have sex with grown men in exchange for you to have your other kids watched by her And I just got to say, man, that's disgusting. And you're a disgusting parent that doesn't deserve any type of bail. You need to be at where you're at because you made a bad decision, and this is what bad decisions do. I don't know what to say about this. I pray that that's not what happened, and I pray that it happened how the news said. You just came in there and you blasted them, because I think that could kind of be like beatable, or you could at least get a lesser charge than first degree murder. See, the difference is I think they might be overcharging if that were the case. You doing you charging her with first degree, I guess, because of what the daughter said in the text, but there's a way that they could explain, you know what, that was just something she said out of anger, but she felt, I don't know, that's what you pay the lawyer for. So it ain't gonna be easy, I'll tell you that. But I'm never mad that a predator's gone. So shit, good riddance. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Do y'all think that story is believable? What old girl said, the daughter already said, "F my mama." Can't believe she killed my baby daddy. It's looking like that might be true. Y'all let me know what y'all think though. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, hit that hype button. We out, baby. Boo.